Hey guys, Tantrum here. This is my third try of trying to do this video, so hopefully this goes out really good. This video is a request by Magetsu360, and they wanted me to do a video about my favorite video games. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Alright, and let me also add that this video may be in two parts. So it might be pretty long, and it might be two parts. But so if it does go into two parts, make sure you look for the link below, and it'll be in a form of a video response. All right. The first game I want to talk about that is one of my favorites is, and let me just say this as well before going to any further about this. Excuse me, I was a little bit sick yesterday. That's why I wasn't able to post a response to you guys as early as I could. So my apologies for that as well. But let me just say this, that most of these games are a lot older games. They go as far back as the original NES. I have no next-gen console game that is my favorite, with a couple of exceptions. I do mention about Metal Gear Solid 4 and other console games, but there's no actual one next gen console game that I actually mentioned that's my favorite of all time. So it's kind of come together with a couple of them. So so my apologies if you're just kind of like, oh my god, what about next gen games? I do like them, but they're not considered one of my favorites. So let me just clarify for that for you guys, okay? And there's no arcade games, like direct arcade games like Turtles in Time or Altered Beasts or something like that. They are great games, but they're not included in my top favorites. So just to get that out of the way. So all right, let's go ahead and get to this already. Now the first game I want to mention that was actually an arcade game, but the NES version was to me was a favorite one of mine, and that's Ninja Gaiden for the original NES. Now, Ninja Gaiden was one of the first games I owned as a young kid when I first got the Nintendo. It was a great hack and slash game. It was a good action, a little bit hard, but it was great fun. I really enjoyed it, and it was actually one of the first games that involved cutscenes and had a little bit of story to it. So that was very interesting to me. And the fact that there was a lot of power-ups and stuff like that, and platforming was challenging, but it was still great fun. So Ninja Gaiden for the original NES. Now the next game I want to get into that I really liked is a game for the Sega Genesis called Streets of Rage. And I also want to mention for the last game, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 1, I liked 1 and 2 and 3. I never beat 2. I still love it. And Ninja Gaiden 3 I played for a little bit, a rental, never beat it, but I'm pretty sure if I get a chance to play those games again, I might be able to beat it, but they were still great. I just like Ninja Gaiden 1 because it was the first one and my favorite one. So yeah, but next game up is Streets of Rage for the Sega Genesis. Now, just like the last game that I mentioned, this is part of a trilogy. The reason I picked out Streets of Rage 1 over 2 and 3 is because the music in there is top notch. I really love the music, the soundtrack in there. It's a great soundtrack. The side-scrolling beat 'em up is a great genre to me, for me at the time. There was a couple moves that I like. The whole flipping over and then doing the suplex type of thing. Very cool. There's a lot of combination moves and stuff like that. They provide more in the second Streets of Rage and in the third, I believe. I didn't really like 3 all that much because of the soundtrack. The soundtrack just annoyed me, that whole techno stuff. I didn't care for it. But it was just too robotic and too techno, and I didn't like it. But not to bash anybody who likes that type of music, but I just didn't like it. So whatever. But and the fact that you can call like a police car and it shoots out a little bazooka or a little Gatling gun, that was, I like the Gatling gun the best. That was cool. The boss fights are great. There's a little bit of a story to it, so that was great, and very good game. Streets of Rage 2. Streets of Rage for the Sega Genesis. The next game I want to talk about is a game for the Super Nintendo, and that is Super Mario World. Now, Super Mario World is a fantastic game for me because one of the main reasons why I like it is because there's a lot into that game. There's so much into that game. They compact into that cartridge. There's alternate routes. There is like a different version of the world of the Super Mario World. There's sort of a back door to get into Bowser's castle. Yoshi. There's different paths to take in the levels where you can actually beat the level. Different power-ups, all kinds of different enemies. The music score was pretty good, and the music score actually changed when you ride Yoshi. So a lot of different levels, and then there's actually secret levels that you can go into, Star Road, and more. So I can't imagine how they fit all that into one cartridge. So, and still made it very, very good. So Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, one of my top favorite games of all time. Now, the next game I want to talk about is I still actually have this game. I still play it every once in a while, and that is Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation. This game is fantastic. This game is incredible. I can't say enough about it because it's the first game that actually tied to me emotionally because of the fact that Ares dies, or Aerith dies, however you want to say it. And I went about that game thinking, we're gonna bring her back. She's gonna be part of the team again. We're gonna go kick Sephiroth's butt. Which, in fact, I love the ending music to Savior Sephiroth when you fight Savior Sephiroth. One Wing Angel. You might have heard that in a couple of videos ago where I used it as an intro or outro, or I forget what it was. But that's my favorite song from the whole soundtrack. But yeah, the fact that you go to the game thinking, we're gonna get her back. She's gonna be okay. Cloud's gonna be with Aerith, and everything's gonna be all right. Well, it turns out that wasn't the case. You go about the game more, you're thinking, we're not gonna bring her back. So it's kind of sad, and that's the first game that actually tied me emotionally to the game. So Final Fantasy VII, one of the games I love. Final Fantasy 8, 9, and 10 are great games, but this one in my opinion is the best. So that's my personal favorite. So that's the next game though. Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation 2, for the PlayStation 1. I'm getting all jammered up today. But Metal Gear Solid is the next game I want to talk about. Now this one's a little bit of a deceiving picture right there. The fact that I love all the Metal Gear Solid games, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I love them all, and they're great games, and it's the franchise as a whole is a great. But the thing that sets Metal Gear Solid apart from the other 4 games is the fact that when you fight Psycho Mantis, it's a great boss fight because it breaks the fourth wall. Meaning that it allows the player to get interactive, and I don't know, it just kind of messes with your mind a little bit. And I've actually had relatives of mine and friends of mine kind of trip out. It's like, whoa, that was crazy. It actually read the memory card and figured out what game I had. It was awesome. It tripped them out a little bit, kind of got them scared a little bit, but it was a great game. The story-wise, it was fantastic. I can't say enough about it. I know I said that previously, but it's a great game.